Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing a multi-tool from CRKT. This is called the Guppie. There were two versions of these, the Little Guppie, LAL, and just the normal version. And the Little or LAL one was about half the size with a bottle opener at the bottom here. Everything else looked pretty much just the same except just shrunk about in half. So let's go over some of the positives and negatives. So one of the positives is when this was made back around 2007, I believe, it actually won like Design of the Year, I think at the Blade Show or one of those shows. So let's see why it would have back then. Well, one of the neat things about this is we have an adjustable wrench in a very slim, pocketable design, and that is not something we see very much. And then also we have a carabiner here so you can hook onto your backpack or wherever. And then we have the pocket clip right here as well, which is nice and long. And I have carried this in my pocket and it's very slim. It hardly takes up any space. And you do have several very useful functions. So you do have a knife, for instance. It's a short knife, but at least you do have a knife. There is no lock on this knife, but you do have the knife. And then you do have the 1/4 inch bit driver. Now, before we go on, I wanted to mention this is essentially only half the tool, because when this was made, they had, I believe it was a plastic insert and it held bits like so, and it actually had a built-in flashlight. The prices are so crazy because this is not made anymore that it's almost up to $100 when you buy both, and I just really didn't think this tool was worth that much. I just wanted to review it, see if I liked it, and so you can get the additional flashlight and the bit holder that fits on, almost like Legos it fits on, so you can get that as well, just so you know. And then on the bottom here, there is the 1/4 inch bit driver, and this actually fits in fairly securely. So you'll see there's a tiny bit of wobble there. It does feel like there is something magnetic, or at least, I don't know, it holds it in so it's not falling out. And so then obviously you can build this however you want, however you would desire. And it's pretty neat that in your pocket, or if you prefer to clip this somewhere, you have this 1/4 inch bit driver, which I think is really, really useful. All right, so those are some of the positives. We have got the adjustable wrench right here, and then we have the 1/4 inch bit driver. We've got the knife, and we've got a very nice pocket clip. This is very thin, and it feels okay. It doesn't feel super cheap. All right, so let's look at some of the negatives. Well, some of the negatives would be that when you use this adjustable wrench, to be honest, it doesn't really do that much. That's the max that it goes. So I'm not sure what kind of work you're going to be doing with this. And I have a tiny, about 4-inch adjustable wrench. What I like is it comes in like this and like this, so you can actually get into tight, narrow spaces, whereas this is really oval in design, and I think it's going to block some of the usefulness of this adjustable wrench. So that's just my thoughts. I'm not sure. Maybe it is more useful than I would think, but I'm just really hesitant to take this and use this at work. It just doesn't seem that practical in design. I do really like the carabiner here, and the knife is nice, but it is non-locking, and I know that's great for our friends overseas, but for here, I really like locking knives. That's just up to me. And then we do have the bit driver, which is, I definitely think, one of its positives, so that's not really a negative. But it is what it is. So it's only got the functions it has. Overall, final thoughts, I think if it was made again, I would say it would be worth buying at a reasonable price. So when these came out in, I think, 2007 or so, these were going for about $19. I think that's a very reasonable price. Now on eBay, these are going for up to $100 or so because they're collector's items anymore. They're no longer made. I think that is way beyond what these are worth. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Is this adjustable wrench really worth it? Do you think it has a lot of value? I would definitely like to see CRKT make a updated version of this and something that is maybe a little bit better, has a couple extra features. But all in all, because of its very thin dimensions and 1/4 inch bit driver and a knife, I really do like this multi-tool, and I think it's pretty good for what you get. All right, I hope you've liked this video, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.